was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim.
Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah.
Turn on your mind now, tune into the feed. We're planting digital flowers from a single tiny seed. Yeah, power to the collective in the data and the soul. The hive mind's getting louder, finding voice and control.
When we get to the FBI, we don't know who did the work. You heard that any of that information is redacted. We don't know who did the work. It's a giant secret. We know that by the time the FBI gets involved, the profile, the text file, that's a snip to use to try to identify somebody is more than twice as big when it gets to the FBI from Othram. We don't know how.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town.
What is going on, Hive? I hope that everybody is having a fantastic Friday Eve. Welcome to the Hive Mind. If this is your first time tuning in, this is a contrarian thinking live stream where we are not afraid to think past the headlines. So if you are offended or rattled on behalf of others, it's probably not the stream for you. However, if you are the conspiracy theorist friend in your friend group, you are amongst your friends now. Welcome to the Hive. And I have Sammy T Mafia backstage with some wild shit to show you guys, to put it bluntly. If you guys can't tell by the theme, with the shadowed truth in the Idaho Diaries that really coincidentally mimic exactly what was on their television that same night, being the Vampire Diaries. So if you are somebody who thinks that coincidences can only happen to a certain extent before it becomes mathematically impossible, this will be the stream for you. And with that being said, Hive, I want to say what's up to everybody. What's going on, Annie? Okay, Wolf. What's up, Shelly? Kitten, I hope you feel better. Nothing's worse than having the flu. What's going on with Savvy Rooster? Throwdown Thursday. That's right, Brooke. And I did get shit from Mrs. Birdie for saying the Hive's going up on a Tuesday. So, rightfully so. As I said, I deserved it. What's Gucci, my Louie? What's up, Phoenix? Chantilly Lace with the resting bitch face. You read my mind. Jess, how are you doing? Debbie Mustard, good to see you. Kay Ann, shout out to my mod, Luna Bliss. Catch you on the flip side. What's Gucci? Brenda, good to see you. Shout out to my mod, Robin Lynn. How are you doing? Mitty Witty 1111. What's good? Kristen, how are you? Truth is here. True to it connections. That is exactly right, Suzanne. We don't know who did the work. Lisa, good to see you. UK Karen's in the house. April in Texas is here. Bunny Murphy, that's right. It's a giant secret. It's a giant club, and none of us are in it. Oh, God. Aurora Moon, good to see you as well. I'm aware, Marla, this was not the Vampire Diaries, but that is what the person who waited 8 hours to call said that they were watching earlier that night, and just so happened to hear a lot of very similar things on the TV. 420 Angel, good to see you. Secret Soul Survivor. Dina says a big hi to Sammy T. Wicca. Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. We could talk a little bit about that as well. Carrie J, good to see you. Jessica, good to see you as well. Yep, that's right. Tinfoil hat, Claire. Brian, I already said what's up to Suzanne, but I could say hi, what's up twice. Kim's tuning in from Kentucky. LA Mike, what's good? Janet, Georgia. Silverhawk. We got Squirrel Nest. Jennifer, good to see you. Brenda's in New Zealand. Char B says, hey, Sammy T. And they're tuning in from Buffalo, or they're a Buffalo fan, it looks like, from the profile picture. And we will finish with Jay from Copenhagen. I think what we're going to do is, and it's already kind of starting in the Discord. We've kind of started this, but I think it would be really awesome to have almost like a scratch off map, but have it kind of designed in like a hive shape so we can see how many countries have tuned into the Hive over a course of time. It'd be really interesting to see if we could cross off the majority of them. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Sammy T Mafia. What's up, Sammy?
Hi, guys. I love the Bills Mafia up here. It's so fun.
There's a couple pictures. Here's another one.
Oh, look at
Is
that.
that Damar Hamlin?
Yeah.
You want to talk about a conspiracy that feels wrong to talk about, but it was also very odd, is that one.
I was watching the game that night and I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? It was so bizarre. And I was crying, I remember, because
It was
intense. It was very intense. So many good people in Buffalo. They are one of the only cities that donates regularly to different causes and charities across the NFL board. So like, say, I remember this is going back years. Somebody didn't make a catch for their team or whatever, and it was going to the playoffs, and we got in because they screwed up their game. So we got in by default. And so we donated to the person who didn't make the catch, like to their charity, like
Oh, cool.
so many hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that happens all the time in the Bills Mafia. It's so wild how much money we contribute to these charities.
I heard a huge conspiracy about the Players Association. And like, I don't know if it's their Play 60 camps, but I was talking about this on stream before, and it was like those camps are supposed to be free football camps for kids. Like they're completely free.
Yeah.
And the players, I don't know who, and honestly, I read one article. So if anybody wants to look into it more and send me it for a quote conspiracy of the day, this would be interesting if you're a football fan. But these players, they would say, well, it's free for you, but if you'd want to donate to my organization or my charity, that'd be much appreciated. Well, somebody dug into some of these players' organizations and charities, and was actually then being dispersed amongst the players because the players weren't getting paid to work these camps either. So they would use what people thought was a donation for a free camp and actually pay themselves. So I don't know more than that, but that's kind of shady.
I can't talk shit about my Bills players. We're the type of people to dig you out of snow and take you to a practice, a game, make sure you get there. It's we've never changed. Like demographically, it doesn't really matter how bad or good the country's doing. Buffalo pretty much always stays the same. Like it's very working class, but it doesn't really get any higher or any lower. It's always just, this is the way it is. But it's a blackout drunk town. Like Jason Kelsey and Shane Gillis have partied here. And I saw Jason Kelsey do like the bowling ball thing where you have to take a shot out of this bowling ball that's been around for decades. And he just participated in everything like he was a townie. It was amazing. I mean, I saw him do everything that you would do if you were living in Buffalo and you've been to these games for your entire life. It was so fun to watch.
I've never been to Buffalo, but I feel like between Buffalo and Green Bay, there'd probably be a lot of similarities. And that's right, Doms. I just saw that we had to give up Kenny Clark in like 40 something million. So hopefully Parsons plays his ass off, but I'm hyped about it. And so Sammy,
okay,
I have a couple of quick announcements, some exciting announcements that I was supposed to launch on Tuesday that I'm going to launch tonight. And then I have your transcript pulled up after a couple Hive Mind finds and the question of the day, and we will get into it. So I've some super exciting news. If you guys remember, I've had Discord Dawn that's helped me out with the Discord, and she has some of the mods helping her out as well with that. But Dawn has been my contact point for the Discord. Well, way back, actually just 2 roundtables ago, Robin the Redneck was on the Hive Mind Roundtable. Now goes just by Robin. You guys will see her in the chat. She is not only a mod, but Robin has been so kind enough to not only inspire me to start my Substack, Robin set up a Facebook page and group and an Instagram for me as well. So
that's so thoughtful.
It is so thoughtful. And I'm very excited about it because I know a lot of people use Facebook and I'm not that familiar with it as far as outside of just how I would set it up for my own profile. So we have a Hive Mind page and we also have a Hive Mind group. And then this is the Instagram. As you can see, it just started. It's only got 24 followers. We kind of try to put some posts on it so you guys can send it to your
I'm going to be
NPC
blasting
friends.
this on my TikTok for as long as it lasts.
Yeah. But those links, they are, and again, just to clarify how to do that, you're going to go to my channel, hit subscribe, this more links button. You press that, scroll down, they're all right here. So I've had some questions on how to access those. So thank you to Robin Lynn, formerly known as Robin the Redneck.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very kind of her. And everybody that's been helping out, thank you all so much. So that's the exciting announcement. On top of, I don't know if you've tuned in yet, Sammy, I made MSNPC t-shirts.
That's hilarious. Wow, that's very smart. Clever as fuck. Who came up with that?
I did with Devil's Advocates. I was saying like something about NPC, and then I was just like MSNPC. I'm like, that needs to be a
What
t-shirt.
was it? We have to go back to that one podcast we did. We had that idea for a t-shirt. Do you remember?
Off the top of my head, exactly what it was, I have no idea.
It
But
was
wasn't
so
it
funny, and I can't remember what it was. Shit.
Well,
But we'll have to go
yeah,
back.
we'll think of it. And like I said, I updated the tinfoil, the black tinfoil hats. I got the pink ones, and then I got a Hive Mind hat with some embroidered hoodies as well. So those are available on birdieBombshell.com. As you guys know, I keep all the streams free. The best way to support it isn't even to buy merch unless you guys think it's cool. It's really just to press like and subscribe. That's all that I ask is if you guys tune in, just hit the subscribe button, and all of the platforms are free. Now we got Agent Kohberger tuning in, and every time I see this picture, I can't not laugh.
That's so good. It's just so funny.
This is
I like
exactly
how he looks a little bit weathered, like he is like one of those coffee drinking, like Folgers in the fucking, it's been burning on the pot forever, motherfucker type of
Yes.
FBI guy. Look at that weathered look. I love it. It's like a young Columbo.
He just he drinks coffee straight out of the pot. Like
Totally.
he's just weathered, lived a salty life. And I actually feel like this is exactly what he would look like at a FBI cookout.
Right. Like a nice roasty age of, I don't know, 42, just got some stories.
Nerd Shirt says, I want to make this my screensaver. Put like a caption of like, hold my beer or something.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer while I just get framed, or I'm in on it. But Dana Rose had the Discord question of the day. And that is, regardless of the injustices, do you ever feel like you're fighting a fight that even Bryan doesn't want fought? Like, for example, because he's a Fed and we're messing up the grand plan where he is not supposed to be exonerated and eventually quietly slips out the back door. Yes, I have spent a lot of time thinking about this. And full transparency, what bothers me is not even the fact that it would be the operation that would be going on and the reason for why he would have to do that. What bothers me is that I would have to listen to all these thick-skulled peanut brains in my comment section about being wrong forever, even though no one's going to know the truth. It's like the prosecutors are saying the opposite of what you're saying as far as the old narrative talking points. I can't believe it. It's kind of weird.
The narrative is the point. That's what we're supposed to remember. Just like what we're supposed to remember about Monica Lewinsky is the fact she was most likely a Mossad agent, right? We're not supposed to remember that. We're not supposed to remember that she was planted in there for blackmail because Bill Clinton was trying to do peace talks with Arafat. Like we're not supposed to remember this sort of thing. We're not supposed to remember the movers on 9/11 who just, right? This is a narrative. We have a narrative, people, that we have to sell.
Yes. It's like on TikTok, I've done 3 parts to a series where I started off with like, this is very obvious that Bryan Kohberger, like we're being lied to. And then I had a lot of comments about the DNA. So I told Ali Benevento's story about trace DNA on the pulse ox on the drunk guy that got. Did you know she left this part out of the story? Probably not purposefully, but this is a huge detail of the story. Not only was that guy passed out outside of a liquor store when the EMT came and put the pulse ox on him, they transported him to the hospital. So like dude was literally in the hospital 2 hours later, miles away. Then that same EMT gets called and uses the pulse ox on the dude that got murdered. And he still got convicted for 5 months for murder. If that doesn't tell you how crazy trace DNA is, but then it's like, I'll make a different part. Like today I was like, Sammy, can you put Bryan Kohberger inside of the Hyundai Elantra? Can you clearly see him inside of the car?
No.
Did you get his license plate?
No.
Does he have any connection to the victims?
No.
Did he stalk the house?
No.
And what are some reasons that someone might turn their phone off?
Because it died.
Maybe there's an update.
Maybe it died.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's reasons that your phone would turn off or you turn your phone off besides committing 4 murders. And that's what's so hard for people to wrap their heads around is like, hate
Well,
it or love it. That's what it is. You got to prove it, dude.
not only that, but now we're reading in the documents, like as we're going over this, the coach that Kaylee was babysitting for, right?
Oh yeah.
He
I've
had
seen
his
that.
so he had his phone turned off during the times of the crimes.
And
He
they
had
took
his
it.
phone turned off during the time of the crimes. The wife's phone matches where she was.
Yeah,
The
go into this
husband's
more
phone.
for people that don't know. This is interesting.
Okay, so there's a coach in the University of Idaho. Now, the report wasn't written until 2024. But, and this is where I believe like how much of a control President Green has on this whole thing, which is
Mhm.
wild in my opinion. But they sat down and they interviewed the wife first, which is weird. And then she said, "Oh, she made it seem like there's this way that they go about asking for like domestic help, like if anybody wants to help." And they made it seem like they went through the sororities where they offer it. Like it's like a pool of people that you can go through, and there's these channels that you go through in order to get babysitters if you need it with the sororities because they need like some sort of formal thing. But it really wasn't, because then the coach gets interviewed and the coach says, "No, I approached this person who apparently was the head of the sorority that gave a list of names of possible people, and he wanted Kaylee specifically to be a babysitter. He said, 'Is she available?' sort of thing." So
Was it
this
an
report,
affair?
no, there was nothing inappropriate apparently, according to both of them, but his cell phone was off during the times of the crime. Same as Bryan's. But for some reason, this person who has more to do with Kaylee than anyone, than Bryan, let's say, that information being, your cell phone isn't where you said it was supposed to be, or your cell phone's turned off. That was enough to get Bryan arrested. But
Yeah.
for this guy, he doesn't even get an interview and a report written until 2024. We don't get a report written. And on top of it, he didn't want to give his DNA at first. Like they said, "Will you give a swab?" And he was reluctant to give. And then they said something that I found very interesting. They said it won't go into the national database, which I said to myself, wait a minute. They've never said this to anyone. They didn't say this to Jack. They didn't say this to Hunter. They didn't say this to Dylan. They didn't say this to anybody that, "Oh, by the way, when we take your DNA, don't worry, it's not going into the national database." Why are you even saying this to this coach? Like, this is very strange. He
It
did
is.
give his DNA, but then they said nothing. There's no reports after this about does this compare to anything or what they did with it. They just said they took the sample and we don't know what happened after that.
Well, and I'm trying to put myself in his shoes metaphorically, right? You know, I'd be a little bit hesitant in my own mind if I had nothing to do with it, right? I'm saying like full transparency. You get a knock on your door. They're like, "Hey, we need your DNA in relation to the Idaho 4 murders." I'd probably be like, "Hold the hell on. Do I need to call a lawyer? I'm not giving you my DNA." But that
Of
goes into the
course.
police or that goes into the police report. So then there's people like us, which we have to address it, that read that shit, right? And it's like we're reading it on paper. Did we see it in person and see the situation? I don't know. But the way you just tied it back, it does sound like there's more to the story for sure. And the national database, it definitely piqued my interest and made me kind of go, okay.
On top of it, it just sounds like the college wanted nothing to do with these murders. So anybody that was associated with the college, whether it be a coach she babysat for, and it could be totally innocent, right?
Yep.
I don't even know if they necessarily, I'm not saying they did anything wrong. What I'm saying is, to me, what this demonstrates is that the college had such a stranglehold on this investigation that they protected anybody that had anything to do with any of these kids, which is why the lawsuit went out for that professor with the psychic, which is
Yes.
totally ridiculous. And
I
now
can't believe that.
now we're getting the doc drops about the coach, and I'm thinking to myself, why is this report from 2024? you had her babysit for you. Your wife took care of her when she was hungover. So the point is that I feel like the college protected the staff that had anything to do with these kids so hard, like so hard, that the police didn't even know about them until years later or months later, because they said, don't say anything, don't talk to the police. They wanted to like bubble wrap this and make sure anything that happened with this investigation or who could have possibly did this had no affiliations with the university, none, even peripherally. So if it came out in the news that, oh, we're questioning coach so and so, oh, we're questioning professor ... right, that would make news, and they didn't want that. So they were
Right.
like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I also think too, if that gets into the news that far down the road, it's gonna go bananas. You're probably gonna lose your job as a professor or as a coach. It's gonna be rough,
Right.
because you know, I have so many things to say. That it's kind of like how in who was that lady? It was a Hive Mind find that had said, we were so relieved to find out that they weren't from Idaho. It's an outsider. It wasn't Idaho on Idaho. And I'm thinking to myself, that's kind of what that just sounded like, what you were saying. Not that you sounded like her, but it just reminded me of like, oh, thank God that somebody killed these 4 kids, or thank God that the person who killed 4 people wasn't from here.
Well,
Like,
that's what President Green was trying to, in my opinion, by keeping and protecting the staff of the university and throwing that first dagger of a lawsuit, like to that just random TikToker who's a psychic, which that was the knife that said, you better shut the fuck. If you want to say anything about this case, you better not say anything about anybody who has anything to do with that university. And that's literally the gauntlet that was thrown down. And I believe that really only continued throughout this case until now we're seeing these documents come out. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? She babysat for this family till July. This family had information about her. This family knew things. She worked for them. I don't understand how this took so long to even speak to them. Why wouldn't they volunteer this information? And they must, in my opinion, they must have gotten that, the word out from on high, from President Green. You don't say anything until I tell you it's okay. Until they come and knock on your door, you shut the fuck up.
Exactly. You shut the fuck up, and you also make sure that you're ready to go when it happens, because it's not a matter of if, it's when. They had to have known. And I think too, like, so that's a super interesting point. And thank you, Dana Rose, for the question of the day. I guess, Sammy, you didn't really get to answer this part. Do you want to give a couple sentences on it?
So like for example, because he's a Fed and we're messing up the grand plan. Well, that's interesting too, because when I was doing this translating stuff that we're going to talk about, there's a lot of like things that I caught that sound like government plan that I was like, why am I hearing this now? Like, so I believe that there is a larger plan. I believe that there are always larger plans in the background of these sorts of things, and it's not by accident.
Yeah. It would be really rough uncovering all of this. I don't even care if the people that don't dive into it and don't know the court docs, I don't even care if they only listen to the narrative. But the reality is, a lot of people know that something's up. A lot of people know something's up and nothing's being done. So I don't care if people are going to be in the comment section saying like, you're crazy. What are you're defending a murderer. Get the fuck. I don't care. Right. I don't care if you said it, because I know that I'm not, and I know that I've read it, and I know you haven't, but it would be really rough knowing if we point all this out and it was really just an operation, that there was no point in figuring it out. That shit I don't even know if it would piss me off. I would just be like, I'd be defeated, because I'm like, there's nothing that you can do in that situation. The government's not going to come out and say, hey, yeah, that's right, we did this all. Because could you imagine the shitstorm? That shitstorm would be 1,000,000 times bigger than Bryan Kohberger being wrongfully convicted if the FBI came out and said, we did all of this and we were in cahoots with MSNBC and Dateline and MSNBC.
Like a psychological operation.
Although we would find it gratifying, like we were right.
Yeah.
See, I knew he was a Fed. You know what I mean? Like it comes out Steve G's a Fed too. I'd be like, I knew it, but
I did find it interesting that recently Tulsi Gabbard mentioned that they were shutting down any remnants of Operation Mockingbird and Operation
oh, we showed that on here.
and I was like, wait a minute. So now we're admitting this has never stopped. So for all the people who are saying that this is bananas, no, the director of national intelligence is up here saying this is continued and has never stopped, ever. Shouldn't you be angry? Shouldn't you be happy there's people like us who are like red pilled and just want to know?
You gotta be. I see. I don't want to be mean. I don't I'm not afraid to say it. I just don't want to be mean as like a person, because if you read my Substack today, like I just went off, and it happens time and time again where people who are called conspiracy theorists end up being right time and time again. And every single time it's the same low IQ'd mouth breathers that can't figure out when somebody's saying the news is lying, you should probably look into it rather than just go about your day.
Well, do
You
you
should
know
probably look into it.
a lot of the problem too, and I just had this epiphany when I was with my nephew recently. In public school, they don't teach cursive anymore. So my daughter learned it because she's in Catholic school. How can you read source material if you don't know cursive? We're going to have an entire generation of people that can't read the handwriting of anybody past a certain point. It's going to look like hieroglyphics to them.
Yes. They don't want us to be able to read the
And
origin
who knows
document.
how they're going to trust AI to translate it for them. They're not going to know how to read it themselves. And that just like, that made me just realize, oh my God, like we're going to have thousands, hundreds of thousands of kids who can't read a single source document of anything.
Right. It is interesting. It is interesting. I would actually compare it to, and I don't know if you've seen this, but have you seen the like AI translated Hitler speeches?
Yes.
Those like went super popular. German's obviously a very angry sounding language. It's not to say that now that it's in English, people are agreeing or disagreeing or whatever it is. I'm just saying that's what you just said. We, meaning myself, I don't know German. So that AI translation, I'm like, oh, that sounds like, or that just sounds like somebody getting his country fired up. Obviously, you could have reasons you like it or you don't like it or you hate it and you think it's terrible or evil. Obviously, there's people involved, even in this case, that probably think it's the best shit ever. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know it, you have to just hope that people are being truthful. Is what I'm getting at. So we're kind of already experiencing that. You know, are people going to be able to read the Declaration of Independence in 3 generations? Because
not if you can't read or write cursive.
Exactly.
And they're trying, and the thing that's crazy too is like my daughter goes to Catholic school, so they learned how to read and write cursive. Like they never took it out, but they do it, and they have to because of the way now state tests are run, and you want a certain amount of funding, so they got to fit this in there. I remember when this was going on, and they're like, we have to teach them this in like this amount of time, where it was like when we went to school, we had an endless amount of time to learn how to write and read cursive. It was very important. We had handwriting tests. It was a whole thing in elementary school.
Oh yeah.
Now in Catholic school, they do it for a few months. You got to fit it in, get it in, and they're trying to do their best they can, because then we got that state test coming up, because we still need some sort of funding. So even though they're doing it, it's like a condensed version of it. It's not even like the way we had to do it, which is scary. It's scary to me, because that means you're not learning source material and how to read and write it.
Yeah. I write in all caps now. Like I don't even know if I can write lowercase letters fluently. But let's move on to the Hive Mind Find, because, you know,
Let's do it.
I just saw a comment too. Fireball says, you two aren't going to be around long. LOL, lipstick and BS doesn't last long. People already figured you out. Well, I already have you figured out from that comment. And here's what I'm going to say. If you think that's crazy, why don't you stick around for this Hive Mind Find? We'll just show you how fucking nuts we are, Fireball.
I like my lipstick.
Yeah. And I like this clown horn. But anyways, the other announcement that I have is because my PayPal and my Gmail got hacked, I'm not going to take Hive Mind fines to my email anymore. I'm not giving that out. And that email is only going to be around probably for the next 2 weeks. And then I'm transitioning to a different email. So that is the incentive to join the Discord. I want to just show people this to submit a Hive Mind find. This Discord is awesome. It is unbelievably organized. So if you've never used Discord, okay, you're going to click that link. You can do it on your phone. And we got the welcome rules, which is pretty much the same as the chat. When you scroll down, all the case news for the Idaho 4, we have, that's not that, sorry. Whoops. We have Hive Mind finds. So look at this. All of these Hive Mind finds. People are posting stuff in here all day.
Oh, that's so cool.
We got Idaho. Oops, I keep clicking that one. Other cases that people are interested in that they're talking about. Tinfoil hat conspiracies. And it's just like a giant thread. We have making friends, general and grateful. Favorite books, NPC crash out memes of the day. Now this one is awesome. We got Hive pets. This is Jazzy May from Big Red. And I'm going to do.
Oh my God. I love this.
So the Discord's awesome. And shout out to Dawn.
Is that a dachshund?
I believe it is.
Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding. A dachshund with a tinfoil hat? What a cutie pie.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a contest. I'm not officially announcing it yet, but just get ready. If you guys have, time with your pet to put a tinfoil hat on it, we're going to do a Hive Mind pet contest with a tinfoil hat. And then when I go on with Devil's Advocates,
that'd be good for Instagram. That'd be good for Instagram too. By the way, the troll, I just wanted to point out because I knew we were going to get that. So the most no fucks given celebrity ever. They used to call her the Tank. She's the supermodel that doesn't give a fuck. So I'm wearing Kate Moss today.
Oh, we can't see her.
So I don't give a fuck. This woman is literally called the Tank for a reason. It's because she was the biggest party coke whore there was in modeling and didn't give a shit. So I thought today I'm going to wear a shirt that's going to say, go fuck yourself. And that's my Kate Moss shirt. So there you go.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I hope that he or she or they, whoever they are, is in here to watch this one because I'm telling you this. I sent a person a message back right away who sent me this. And I said, see, this is the type of Hive Mind find that I'll geek out on. Now I can't unsee it. Okay. And remind me to play the tinfoil hat song because this comes from Lily. And he goes, let's say, and I kind of want to hype this up because to me, it blew my mind. So they go, let's say that Kohberger was framed. Why him? There are lots of reasons, I think. But this one I haven't yet heard discussed. Here's some context. I've worked in the movie business for more years than I want to admit. Sometimes we'll base a movie villain on a real world villain and cast the role accordingly. We'll look for an actor who facially and physically resembles a real world figure that audiences hate, because then the audience is primed to viscerally. Jesus, I can't talk the last two streams. Viscerally respond to that figure with instant hatred. That would suck getting cast for a role like that. I would not at all be surprised if it works the other way too, that the powers that orchestrate things like frame up jobs would pick a patsy to frame who resembles a film TV villain. If you wanted to create a mass killer in 2022 who tapped into the deeply ingrained concept that the public, especially the younger public, has about what such a terrifying, murderous monster looks like, you might find the quote inspiration is the ratings blockbuster dominant cultural touchstone of the prior decade, specifically airing 2011 through 2019, culminating 3 years before the November 2022 murders. Coincidence? And
please retrieve your nearest tinfoil hat. Place hat firmly on your head.
Because Lily says
It does. They make you, well, according to conspiracy theorists, they have to announce what they're going to
Yes.
do in some form without telling you
So
directly.
I just wait till you see this next slide. So Lily goes, coincidence? I give you the Night King from Game of Thrones. And this shit, when I saw it, I was like, holy hell. Oh
up.
my God. Dude,
So it's predictive programming.
are you kidding me?
It's predictive programming. They did it with that Obama produced movie.
I'm
That's
shocked.
wild. That's like haunting and scary. And I hate it because it's just so true. Oh, it's so wild. I can't look at it. Take it off my screen. I can't look at it.
I'm making everybody look at it. Look at it. Because
I
this
will-
shit is wild. Lily, that might be an all-timer for a Hive Mind find. Like,
That's so good.
whether it's real or
Lily-
not, it's so
Is
good.
Lily a man or a woman? A man, you said?
Yeah, I'm not going to say their real name, but
Oh, okay. Well,
they asked to go
Lily,
by
you
Lily.
officially scared the fuck out of me tonight. That's going to give me nightmares in so many regards. That's like that's like you just took I predictive programming.
I don't even know what to make of it, but I guess I kind of want to do a survey. Like, if you, Lana, what's going on? See, this
I
is
love
what you have to
Lana.
look forward to. I will announce it now. Lana from Truth and Transparency is going to be on the stream next Tuesday night. We're going to be
She's
doing a live dig
amazing.
together. Yeah, so we got a live dig. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to have her into the Hive.
You know, I don't know what I love the most about her is her way of calling out the shitty job of the investigators just by reading the reports and just saying basically what dunces they are. I mean, kindergarten level investigating and no follow up. And she always talks about how you really have to have a critically thinking brain in order to solve something, and you have to be able to ask questions. And when you get a response from the questions, okay, you're going to ask either another question that's going to illuminate more of what they're saying, or you're going to shut it down and just go through your like point 1, 2, 3. This is what I'm supposed to do because I'm so stupid that I can't even understand and I can't ask anything critical. Lana always points out this would be a great point to ask this, and this, but they never do. They never do. And that's so great that she does that because it just points out what buffoons they are in this investigation. Absolute buffoons. Absolute fucking shameless buffoons. Barney Fife, like, throw me in the Mayberry jail, fucking retards. I can't even.
Oh my God. I'm going to be honest. Buffoon coming out of your mouth was not a word that I expected to hear. It's kind of like when you randomly in public just get called a douchebag. I feel like I'm like, am I back at like middle school? Like getting called a douchebag, yet alone a buffoon is hilarious. Like,
I never like updated my lexicon of terms of insults that aren't acceptable or not acceptable. So sorry. The Temu police. Perky Painter, the Temu police.
Wait.
That's right.
that needs to be like a feature like theme. It's like the Temu investigation. That's hilarious.
The Temu police.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Lily, that is an all-timer for the top dog, which that should be something too in the Discord, not to just keep putting work onto the Discord team. But again, as a reminder, Hive Mind finds are now only going to be picked from the Discord. So please go and join that. And then don't forget about the Facebook and the Instagram that I got set up. We got the new merch. I think it'd be dope to have an all-time Hive Mind find list as we just progress. Like no matter what case we talk about, it'd be really cool to have that. We should go back through and try to find them.
The Temu task force.
Yes. So, all right, Sammy, why don't you give everybody a little background, and including myself, because it's a lot to what you're about to say is not a lot.
Well,
rather, just give some background on it because the transcript is a lot.
Let's go through what the brilliant people who have been looking at this case have done. One of them being Sherlock Holmes. Now, Sherlock Holmes got the audio for the 3:30 to 3:40 that was missing. Okay. And he said, we can hear a conversation happening. I know it. And you can hear audio, but you can't really hear what they're saying. It's very hard to pick up anything, especially in English. So I said to myself, they're saying something. I'm going to figure this fucking thing out. That's like what I was determined to do. So I played his audio and I slowed it down to about 0.7 on YouTube. I screen recorded it. Okay.
And
then
this is what address again?
So Sherlock Holmes, he
Yep.
posted the cleaned up audio from 3:30 to 3:40.
3:30. Yep.
3:30 a.m. to 3:40 a.m. Okay. So then I screen recorded that, slowed down, and then I uploaded it on TikTok. And TikTok gives you a variety of voice filters. Okay. So I screen recorded that audio with a bunch of different voice filters. Then I screen recorded that. Okay. With the filters. Then I re-uploaded it to TikTok, put another filter on it, and then I said detect language. And the two languages that came up were Portuguese and Romanian, which I was like, okay.
Portuguese, dude. It's been there.
Portuguese and Romanian. And I was like, all right, so let's see what they have to say. So the captions come up, and it came up like a lot. There was like a lot to say. Now, I don't speak either. So I screenshotted each caption, and then I copy and pasted it into Google Translate. And then I got in English what it was saying. And I go to Birdie, I sent him this and I said, what do you think this means? And he goes, weren't they watching Vampire Diaries? And I go, oh my God, you're right. So I go and I found the episode, and Lana on Truth and Transparency actually was the one who told me what episode they were watching for the Vampire Diaries. So I go and I look up that episode, and the plot that they were watching happens to be the thing with what the dialogue's going with. It matches perfectly. So I was like, oh, it's Vampire Diaries. But here's the other thing. There's other conversation happening that has nothing to do with the plot. So there's pieces that are Vampire Diaries, which you get picked up on. And then there's pieces that are not Vampire Diaries, which you get picked up on.
Yes, it's insane.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Sherlock Holmes.
and that's interesting.
I've been doing. Do you know how long this takes? So that's why I'm saying if you guys can do this you can do this too. So I'm trying to tell you how to do this. And it's so weird. I was like, no way. It detects a language. And when you put it through the Google Translate, but you have to do it, screen record it, slow it down, put it through a voice filter, screen record that, put it through another voice filter. Then you can say captions. Then it will detect a language. And it will either be mostly likely Portuguese or it will be Romanian. And then you can screenshot those captions and translate it. And that's when I was like, oh my God.
And I just want to show people too the amount of work that Sammy has put into this. So, okay, this is my text messages.
I've been working a long time.
Okay, so she went deep on this. That's insane. So, Sammy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the PDF that you sent me.
But I have to give you credit because when you said, weren't they watching Vampire Diaries? Because I was reading stuff about souls and possessed and this thing. I go, when you said Vampire Diaries, I go, oh my God, yes. And Lana happened to be the one who told me what episode or what season they were watching. So I just started going through the transcripts of the Vampire Diaries possible episodes. Here goes the neighborhood, and this and that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this matches.
So do you want me to pull up the PDF of the translation?
Yeah,
and I'll let you talk through it.
Okay.
All right. So And
So
of course, now this is hang on.
oh,
This
okay.
this isn't going to work here. I mean, it's just going to be. Let me do this. Let me see if this works because it needs to be full screen.
Mm-hmm. And the parts that are colored are the ones that have nothing to do with Vampire Diaries. And I made sure of it because I looked at the script and I was like, okay, so this has nothing to do with Vampire Diaries. This is something underneath the conversation. So here's the rough translation. So this is like what I said, 3:30 to 4:30, Sherlock Holmes. I cleaned up he cleaned up the audio. I slowed down the audio on YouTube. Then I ran it through the TikTok. It slowed it down even more. Ran it through a voice filter. I screen recorded the voice filter and audio, re-uploaded the newly recorded version back onto TikTok, ran it through a voice filter, pressed detect language, and what came up was Romanian and Portuguese. I allowed these captions to develop. Then I read the captions through Google Translate, and this is what I found. And here's a rough translation. Put your shoes on. So that has nothing to do with Vampire Diaries. From the television, she is beautiful. What are you afraid of? So this is Vampire Diaries. What are you afraid of? 10 of 10, and we don't even make a difference. I don't know. I feed. This is Vampire Diaries. See, I feed. So it's
Sammy,
Vampire Diaries. They feed on people. Go
Sammy,
ahead.
did you? These are color coded, just so.
So the color coded is the ones that I believe have nothing to do with Vampire Diaries. That's
Okay.
the conversation happening at the same time. So there's Vampire Diaries playing above, and below is a separate conversation that has nothing to do with Vampire Diaries. So I'll read the things in the color, okay? But I'm having a heart attack. You
So
do
these are
what?
not Vampire Diaries. The color.
These are not
Okay.
Vampire Diaries,
Got it.
okay? But I'm having a heart attack. You do what you want with these beds. You can get out. I meant to say out. I had a typo. Out of the house and not look. But if you're scared, where? Okay, well, if you don't know how, don't be like that. I'll show you where I was. I'm sorry. Wait a second. Come by. Please come by. Please, 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 please. I can run. I'm in trouble. I need something. Let me
Hold
call
on.
you.
Because I haven't seen this yet, Hive. I
I
told
know.
Sammy that. I mean, as you guys saw, like the number of the text and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna wait and just listen to this live. So, holy shit!
She saw you under at a different house. I said, let's talk. I told you, let's talk. I show you a fiver here in the back to tell them, bravo, I got a smoke. What do you say? Let's talk. I'm ready to go. Let me get some cigarettes. I don't care about them. So I'll save everything so that they don't get confused and meet. Call me David. Now, here's the interesting thing. There's a separate Linda Lane conversation because I was like, this is interesting. I wonder if I could do this in different parts. So I downloaded some Linda Lane part conversations and did the same practice. And guess what name keeps coming up? David. Meet David at the park. Call David. Call me David. Let's look at him and let him look. Wait, let me hide and I'll wait. Let's do it. You're afraid of getting excited. It happened. To be afraid, I did it. So those are the parts that don't match with the Vampire Diaries. The rest match with the Vampire Diaries.
So you're saying that you took the time and literally these words that are not color coded, you can line up with
The
an
Vampire
episode.
Diaries plot.
Shit.
So it's the TV loud.
Yes.
So it's the TV loud. And that's just like a little summary, but like there's even like lines where they talk in the dialogue about something specific, and that specific thing, it's not exact word for word, but like they say this episode, that season, this is the plot point of what's happening in the episode. So I go, oh, so it's the Vampire Diaries. The TV is really high. The level is really, really high. And then there's a lower conversation happening and points where the TV isn't as loud, or they might stop speaking, or there might be music of some kind. And then you could hear the stuff about cigarettes and what did you say? And let's go. Crazy, right?
That is crazy. So let's try to like tap into the Hive here, Sammy, for a second before I go into the second page. So Lana had just said David might be Damon. Because if you keep hearing that name, So let's dive into this. Like Hive, I'll start putting some comments up on the screen. And Sammy, while they're doing that, do you want to reread the colored again to see and maybe read it more
I'm
fluently?
gonna read that when she said that about the Damon. I also got this stuff that's interesting, and that might actually make more sense because maybe there isn't like. Also, you have to understand too when you're translating this like from. It's hard because you're screen capping. Um. Yes, Damon is a character. She's right. So you're not sure like which is which, but there's
Yeah.
parts where they don't make sense. Like the plot doesn't match with the thing. Like, for example, hold on. I'm gonna read something.
Yeah.
Just give me a second.
And Sherlock says vampires don't smoke darts. So that's a fact. That's not a conspiracy. I've never seen a vampire
Right.
smoking a heater. Have you?
Right. Hold on. There's also a part it says, nothing deep, boss. They keep saying in this one, I don't know in Vampire Diaries because I'm not that invested. Is there a boss? Because they keep saying boss in the back and forth, but I wasn't sure if there's a boss in Vampire Diaries or is there a boss that they're speaking to on the phone? You guys can tell me that because I don't know.
So what does this second page move on to? It goes from it happened to be afraid of I did it. We'll take you.
We'll take you over the water. Don't wait. Come back. Give me your opinion. What did you look at? Have you seen it? Ha 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 ha. No, I know. I can't know. Come on. Ha ha ha. Let me go. You have the others too. So then I did the same process for the Linda Lane audio at 211 to 224 because this is when you could hear the most like shrieking. This is the time around. Tyler is a coach. They might call him boss because they babysat for him. Oh, I brought that up.
Wow.
I brought up this coach.
This is cool. This is crazy, Sammy. Great work.
Thank you. So it says the Linda Lane audio, I took it from the 2:11 to the 2:24 a.m. because this is around the time Maddie and Kaylee are getting home. And what you can hear in the Linda Lane audio is the shrieking. You could hear a scream, a shriek, and a conversation and shouting. It was always present in the audio, but I always believed you could hear more by doing this process. And here is what I found. And here's what it says. Yes, the time is perfect. Yes, yes, yes. 3, 2, 1. Then a bunch of laughter. Farther than before. I don't give you that feeling. That I want you. What do you say? Let's see her. And her stupid face will be taken from the people. Look, I want to stay with you. What you did tonight. Now you can do something because we are the people coming here. I want to say thank you from the heart. My friends from the heavens. They don't make their sun power anymore. So this is like I'm transcribing something. It's not going to make sense. But I also know that Sigma Chi
This isn't
weird.
Vampire Diaries anymore.
Right. So like I keep trying to like I'm not sure if this weird like I'm not sure, but it sounded like cultish language. Like it was very strange. Like I kept running it through different volumes.
Like Dylan, Damon, David. Dylan, Damon, David, Dylan, Damon, David. Could that be what you're hearing is Dylan?
Plus, I don't know because this is also strange because there is a lot of like this. This has nothing to do with Vampire Diaries in
This isn't.
Right. This is just me, Linda Lane audio cutting this. And when I did the same process, this is what I got as the translation. And I was like, what? And I was told Birdie, I said, I don't know if I'm even comfortable presenting this because this is just so wild.
I mean,
it seems like so cultish.
It does seem cultish, doesn't it? I was thinking that same
thing. Seems like a ritual. Like, oh, the battle is starting to be yours. Yes, I'm making myself. I feel like a complete exorcistic person and escape.
Look at that.
Is Bethany was watching Baby Daddy episode.
I've never seen Vampire Diaries. I tried to watch it on the treadmill. I tried to watch the episode on the treadmill, and I'm going to be honest, I got self-conscious. I'm like, I can't be walking on the treadmill at the gym watching Vampire Diaries, even though it's for research for the stream.
Who can? I'll hold them for 5 minutes. My back hurts. Good centimeters will kill. I can't open them or transform them. So that to me like seemed like Vampire Diaries, right? I learned from you many years ago that you should cut who doesn't know. I can't. What can you enter to see a difference? Only love. Have been lost in September. What else do you want to fulfill? You're their family. He will run away with you and kiss you. We will beat your heart in the fort. Who doesn't know? Can't. What can you enter to see a difference? What else do you want? You are the strongest. I chose God. The man ran away from me. God help me. Give me the sweet cross. Come on, let's go to the park with David. We have to meet David. More girls, please come in fear. Please, 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 please. Everything you feel. I'm sorry. I loved you. I'll come back.
That's, I just, so that's wild. This is the part that I want to know. The colored parts, because I don't think
so that's why I was like, let's not talk about the second one because I don't know what's TV, what's not, what am I getting? All I'm doing, and I didn't have enough time. I focused mainly on the 3:30 to 3:40. And here's the other thing, and Lana said this too, is they said that they stopped watching Vampire Diaries, Dylan, after what's her face, the J girl's friend. I forgot her name. Not Jenny. Who's it? Josie something. The J girl. She went home. She left before Kaylee and Maddie. What a coincidence. Okay. Then Dylan said she stopped watching Vampire Diaries after that, but she didn't go to bed. Right. So she's up. She's up from the point that Kaylee and Maddie supposedly come home. She's not asleep. She's awake. They're not watching Vampire Diaries, according to Dylan. But then why am I getting at 3:30 a translation of Vampire Diaries and the plot? So you were watching. So this timeline is wrong that they're telling the police. The timeline is wrong because Sherlock Holmes's audio is Vampire Diaries and a conversation beneath it at 3:30.
Do you want to answer this question quick while I take a leak quick? I'll be right back.
How did you get it into Portuguese and Romanian? Okay. When I ran it through the voice filter, I slowed it down and ran it through the filter. I said detect language. And those are the two languages that came up. Nothing else came up. So that's the way I got it. Is because of that. And so then when I said, okay, then translate the captions, it did. And I screenshotted the captions and then I translated it into Google Translate. And this is what I got, some of it. And I realized, oh, this is Vampire Diaries and another conversation. So that's how I did it. Could LE have scrambled it? Well, that's interesting, Christy, because there is a part in the Linda Lane audio. Let me read this. I'm still working on this, but they say, what language should we turn to? And they say, check. So I don't know, but there's this part in the Linda Lane audio where they go, and I sent this to Birdie too, but I said, I'm not ready to do this one yet because I'm still translating it. It says, okay, the book is 500. Do we know what the dog is, where the dog is? Underneath, I want to scream. And then they say, what language should we turn to? So I don't know.
Should we throw this into ChatGPT and just see?
Well, I mean, I
try to use, not necessarily decode it, but just be like, can you use pattern recognition and piece together, what a fluent conversation would sound like?
All I know is in that episode, there was nothing about a cigarette. So I was like, the parts about a cigarette I know are like the conversation between the two people or three people. I'm not really sure. The other parts that I thought were obviously not Vampire Diaries is this pleading, like this sorry. And the weird thing about the pleading is in both Portuguese and in Romanian, it comes out, please, 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 please. Same thing.
Is it in kind of the same cadence as on the Grub Truck where they're like V V V V V V V V V V? Really?
Yes. How did you know that? Yes. Yes.
That's what it
yes,
just
yes,
sounded like
yes.
when you were like, please, 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 please. And maybe somebody said that too in the chat or somewhere. Maybe I've seen that and that just popped. I really don't remember. But when you just said please, 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 it just popped into my head.
Oh,
Wow.
it kind of lines up with Pop's theory and the weirdness of the cigarette. There is I saw some crime scene pictures where there's a roach, like a big, it looks like a joint, something roach in one of the pictures that I screenshotted. I'll send to Birdie right now. That I was like, why didn't they pick this up? Hold on.
Oh
do that.
my God. It's going to do this example. So this is the format it's going to say. It's going to say TV Vampire Diaries. You think I won't find out? And then it'll say person A, male. It's using pattern recognition. It's going to
See?
say, so we'll see.
I told you. I was right. And wait, but here's the weird thing. And I want to ask everybody, why do you think that the surveillance footage from this was speaking Romanian and Portuguese? Is my question. Why is Ann Taylor or any of the public getting audio that is not in English, because these people aren't Romanian and they aren't Portuguese? So what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. And I'm just asking right now on the Hive, does anybody remember the timestamp on the Grub Truck video, the full footage of the V? Because there's some people that probably haven't heard that. But to what 1111 had just said, what 1111 had just said, excuse me, is this is the definition of the Hive mind. Like, this is dope that we are all in here right now communicating in live time, real time. Like, we're like, Sammy took what Sherlock's audio did, and then Sammy did all these voice filters, and then all this, and it's like, it's ultimately a really efficient way to work at it.
And
You know
we
what I'm
can
saying?
all do this, is what I want the Hive mind to know. So when you hear,
Exactly.
and
Brain
it takes a very long time, I'm not going to lie that I've probably been pretty insane the last couple days trying to do this because it takes such a long time. But I want other people to be able to do this. So please screen record audio from Linda Lane. Please slow it down. Then screen record that slowed down audio, re-upload it to TikTok, slow it down a little more, and then go to the voice filters. Okay. Then screen record the voice filter, re-upload it to TikTok and press captions and see what happens. I know this is crazy and it sounds nuts, but this is what I got, which means that they scrambled whatever the surveillance is, that they put it into different languages, that there's something fucked up about this because it's not English. They don't detect English. They detect different languages.
Yes, and even on the car park footage back on TikTok days, myself and Phoenix Talks, we heard Portuguese being whispered in the car park footage.
Yes,
and we're
you
like,
did.
yes, and that was a huge deal. So, I mean, it is remarkable. There has been Portuguese at 3 or 4 different turns now, and I don't know what it means. You don't know what it means. I don't even necessarily think that it matters what it means, other than it matters it keeps popping up. Like, we don't need to know what it means right now, but it's clearly been a common theme.
I'm working on something currently with the Linda Lane footage, and I got something that like stopped me in my tracks where I was like, oh my God.
Well, while you're doing that, let's see if this chat GPT came up with anything. Yes. So that was the prompt that it gave itself.
So this is the Linda Lane footage. And it says, okay, the book is 500. Do we know where the dog is? Underneath, I want to scream.
That's from the Linda Lane footage. Wow.
Linda Lane footage.
Oh shit. What if this is what happened? What if can you do that? Is there an audio engineer in here? If you can do it on your televisions, can an audio engineer extract audio from a file, change the language, and then dub it back into the footage? Is that possible?
I have
Because
to
all
say
the
that
other
It's
Oh,
not in
sorry.
English. It's not in English. Like everything. Sherlock Holmes was right that there's a conversation happening. And this is what got me started on it, that I can hear it too, right? So then why the fuck is Vampire Diaries playing in Romanian? Was my first thought is when I said detect language and I go, and then all of a sudden it go to blah, 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 like all this dialogue,
Dude,
right?
and think of how genius that is to do that, because it keeps all the other noises in the audio. If you just change the language, you don't have to worry about timing up a car driving by. You don't have to
Right.
worry about timing up the door shutting or any background noise, because only the words would be different.
And then the weirdest part is in the language in the Linda Lane, they switch it up and they say, what language are we turning to? What language are we turning to? Meaning, like, I think there's settings and I think they're playing with something. And the weird thing is that there's a part where it's in Burmese, and I go, okay, so it's no longer Romanian. And then I say detect language and it goes Burmese. So then I go Burmese and then it goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it tells me a bunch of shit in Burmese. And I'm like, how are they doing this?
Well,
So
and it's
they
not that they're speaking Romanian. They're
no,
speaking
they're not
English.
speaking anything. They're speaking English.
Yes. Okay. That's what I wanted to clarify. You're not converting Romanian.
No.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. From Vampire Diaries, rather. Vampire Diaries was said out in English.
Whoever is putting out this audio is changing something. Something's being input. It's not.
So this is what this came up with. Let's just see. So this, just so everybody knows, what I just put in here. Okay, I put in the whole file. Okay. So I put in what Sammy just read into here, and I said use pattern recognition to try and determine what is a TV Vampire Diaries, what is a person A, and there again. So it can't obviously tell with the voice. It's AI. It's a disclaimer. We're very open about it, but let's just see if it lines up. So it says the TV Vampire Diaries said, put your shoes on. Person A, female, annoyed tone. She is beautiful. What are you afraid of? Unknown filtered voice, possibly male, unclear. 10 of 10. We don't even make. Wait, I'm going to say this. Just type, redo this and make sure you are utilizing like type, or make sure you're using pattern recognition and
Yeah, I know, Sherlock.
Stronger and type it out. Don't give me this copyable BS. What were you going to say, Sammy? Sorry about that.
No, I'm interested.
So the pattern recognition notes that it does come up with are phrases repeat across different segments. Let's talk. You're scared. Let me disappear. We'll get it. Fascists. These may be psychological or coded loops. Shift in tone from flirtation to panic to resolve. Language shifts between literal and symbolic. David and Christina appear likely real individuals. Vampire Diaries is weaving in almost like subconscious commentary on what's unfolding. So I'd be curious if we could have a transcript pulled up now of that episode. It'd be interesting. That would probably help this prompt out a ton. What was the episode?
Here goes the neighborhood. Or there goes the neighborhood. I forgot. Shit. Hold on. Here goes the neighborhood, or there goes the neighborhood. Give me a second.
I got it. If this is the right episode.
Yeah. It's the one I sent you. I sent you a screenshot.
This is it though, right?
The one I sent you? Yeah.
No, I'm saying on the screen. This isn't what you sent me. I just Googled it, but
there goes the neighborhood. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm just going to have to copy and paste all this shit, but I'll do it. It's a lot. I'm just making sure that there's not a.
Oh, so people are doing this. I got Christina as well when I was translating.
Okay. I'd be curious if this can even handle this
Yeah,
much
and
stuff.
here's the other thing, DE. When it said, did it show multiple episodes? Well, according to Dylan, she just woke up and her friend was gone. So we don't know, like, when they turned off Vampire Diaries, because according to her, it was turned off a while ago. So then why is it playing at like a high volume at 3:30 to 3:40? Is what we're trying to say. It's like, why is this happening? And you have to run it through a voice filter and then screen record that and then re-upload it voice filtered again is how you do it. I think it was episode 8. No, Lana told me it was the season finale.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste the script that I just looked it up in there. And then I'm going to add the file of Sammy's Vampire Diaries. And I'm going to say, pick out what lines up and then tell me what doesn't line up.
Mm-hmm.
This is dope. I hope this works. I hope this works. Okay. This is cool. So Sammy, do you happen to have this printed out?
No.
Maybe we should just, when we go back and rewatch, we should like highlight what matches. So here's what it's saying matches that episode. Put your shoes on is a match. She is beautiful is a possible match. What are you afraid of is a probable paraphrase. Let's have 49 minutes. No direct match, possibly garbled or mistranslated. No such phrase exists.
Damon. So that's maybe the David.
Yep. You are beautiful. Direct match said by Damon. Let's look at him and let him look.
It's a direct conversation with Damon.
Yep. But this is coming from the script.
Right.
Yep. So those are the 4 lines that are verified.
Okay.
So wait, think about that, Sammy. If this, I obviously haven't read this. I'm reacting full time. If these are the only 5 lines that are Vampire Diaries, I'm going to shit a golden chicken right now.
I'm going to piss my pants.
Yes. It's kind of like if you've ever played Baccarat where you kind of just like peek at the card and you kind of bend the card
because
up.
the plot because the way I matched it is the plot points about things, and they said in the episode, and I go, oh, that makes sense, then that's probably about that.
Yeah, that's right, Amanda. I mean, I was putting out the Right of the Twins months ago.
The Oregon and Blood. Yeah, I said in the Linda Lane audio, I keep getting ritual shit where I'm like, Birdie, this, and I don't want to do this because this sounds ritualistic killing. This sounds military. This sounds bizarre. Like, it sounds so bizarre that I don't even want to put it out because it sounds so bizarre.
Exactly. So now it's going to extract everything else as non-Vampire Diaries audio. Everything not from the actual TV script was spoken by people in the room, captured from surrounding environment, or manifested through filtered, slowed, reversed, or retranslated audio, which I think we can all understand. And we also need to address that sometimes artifacts disappear or they do appear with that. Now, we can hopefully try and just clear those up. Deep reconstruction. What wasn't from the show? Here is the cleaned up pattern, recognized human spoken content, reconstructed and separated from the TV background. See, I don't like how it does this. Okay.
Let's go upstairs in our underwear. Like, that was also too, like, and this makes me think of like the HVAC thing with the vents. And I was like, what did they do with their clothes? Like, what did they do with the knife? I always thought about that. I was like, I believe the fact that they were taking so many fucking pictures of that vent, like, there has to be a reason. And so,
yeah. Okay, here we go. This is every word shown. 10 out of 10, and we don't even make a difference. I don't know. I don't feed. It's completely different, but I'm having a heart attack. Person B, male, angry, or mocking. Again, this is pattern recognition. You do what you want with these beds. What speed do you get when you mess with us? What?
I know.
So Sammy, let's all clarify too. You're guessing what you thought came from Vampire Diaries.
I was guessing.
Yes. So let's just clarify that. This is Sammy's guess with a shitload of work.
Based
Now,
on what I read on the plot points. So I pulled up the episode, right?
Yeah.
And they gave you a basic outline about what the episode was about. And so I said, most likely the stuff in black is Vampire Diaries. The stuff in color, I don't think has anything to do with Vampire Diaries.
Right. Now, this is saying that the only thing that matched up with the script from Vampire Diaries are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines.
That's
and now,
scary.
yes. And so now it's saying this is what it's put together. 10 out of 10, and we don't even make a difference. I don't know, and I don't feed. It's completely different, but I'm having a heart attack. You do what you want with these beds. What speed do you get when you mess with us? Let's go upstairs in our underwear, and we'll still have time to give the boss the thing. Okay, if you just murdered people and you got to take your clothes off, would you go upstairs in your underwear because you don't want to drip blood everywhere, and then you're going to go get the supposed drugs that don't exist or the money that doesn't exist to give it to the boss?
The thing. Let's go to the dump. We'll get it there. Wasn't there the construction site where like they couldn't, Ann Taylor was trying to get the, she was trying to get the surveillance from like that construction site and she couldn't get it? The dumpster. Oh, good point, Sherlock.
Dude, this is crazy. Again, it's fun to have an open mind.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. And I know already, Sammy, there is somebody in here that is just absolutely losing their mind. And it's just like, look at this. I'm screenshotting this. Well, yeah, that's what I thought, Sammy. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, that's great.
Kate Moss, the tank. I
love
Kate Moss you. Fuck you.
We
Let's
need
keep
like
going.
a Kate Moss overlay for when you come on. Instead of doing like a clown horn, you can do that. So it says, let's go to the dump. We'll get it there. Person C, if you don't know what it's like in the pictures, just get out of the house. Don't look unless you're scared. Snapchats. And somebody actually showed up. Don't go and look unless you're not scared. I don't know. Where? I'm sorry, but you're scared. Be careful. Be careful or I'll beat you up. I felt hypnotized. Wait a second. Come by. Please. I can run. I'm in trouble. I need something. Let me call you. She saw you at a different house. I didn't tell you that. I don't see you dancing that much anymore. I ended up on the X app on the walls. It's not starting well. Give it back. It'll be back to chaos. It's been voted. It has to start. Okay. Let's not be able to beat their team. Yes. Once it comes and it's not you, you'll see it. I know it's fury. They don't slow down. They don't slack off. The country is hungry and thirsty. Dude.
I know.
You'll be fucked on a Clover film if you're beautiful. What's a Clover film?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? I'll Google it off screen.
I kept trying to run that through and I did it at different speeds and it kept saying Clover film. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Clover film?
Well, Clover is a 2020 American crime comedy.
Woke up super strong. It took me to know that. You tell stories 2-3 times a day. Last time he asked me for a night and you went. I said, let's talk. I told you, let's talk. I even showed a $5 in the back to tell him, bravo, I got to smoke. What did you say? Let's talk. I'm ready to go too. See you. Feedback from the village. In traffic, I'll sing you. That's me. 58 years. And after this hour, they have to show me the decision. Excuse me, sir. Let me get some cigarettes. I like cats. Okay. I'll save everything. Don't get involved. Just meet. It's deep, too strange. Written in name to get rid of snack shift. Don't forget about the eclipse. Let me disappear by letting you come. Be different on the rocks. Don't show it to you. That it's me. I'll save everything so they don't get confused and meet. That's why the fascists. It's so wild. At a hospital, I stayed. Christina moved.
Whoa.
So I thought
What?
they moved.
Christy.
Right.
Dude, I don't know if I'm just losing my mind. Like I said, though, this along with there's like this is this hive mind find. I can't even talk today, Junior. This hive mind find and what you
I
found,
know.
Sammy, is
It's
exactly.
so wild.
I love shit like this. I love it.
too.
Like this is
but,
my
like,
favorite
it
thing.
scares me.
I love when I love when you're kind of like, dude, is the CIA listening? I say FBI gonna bust through the windows right now, because it's like I felt that way when I watched Fall of the Cabal for the first time. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Wasn't Steve at the hospital that night? That's a good important point. Let me hide. I'll wait. Let's do it. You're afraid of getting excited. At the airport, I told her, you touched me to catch me and tell me let's move on. You have to. I can't choose you to participate, but you have to. Why accept at all? Yes. Ha ha ha. Turning back. Being quiet won't help you. The passing of your life. He agreed to find out who's behind it all and watch. It happened. To be afraid. I did it. A friend. Yes. Because of you. We'll take over the water. What did she say, Paige?
Remember the audio that was leaked or possibly fabricated, where it's talked about someone going out of town and talked about someone asking Bethany if she's ready. Really weird. It kind of lines up in this way. Yeah. I actually also think that anything that we've been told was fabricated was probably real in this case.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing this because I'm like, oh, just Megan. Like, this is what happened. Like, this is what the audio said.
UC Freedom Isn't Free. Thank you so much for the super chat. The 315 dumpster guy had the knife, and I have a photo of it. No way it'll fit in a sheath. What the? You have a photo of that? Really?
Oh yeah, people have talked about Hunter. What's her name? The person Hunter Johnson. Huda. She has the video of Hunter having a knife in the Linda Lane surveillance.
So we'll take you over the water. Don't wait. Come back. Give me your opinion. What did you look at? Have you seen it? Ha ha ha. No, I can't. I know I can't. I know. Come on. Let me go. You have the others too. This is the exact fully spelled out reconstructed conversation from your file. No truncation, no folding, just raw decoding and intelligent reassembly. Ready for me to do the Linda Lane segment.
Well, here's the other thing I want to say is come over the water. What happened to Lidlow? The kid who drowned. The kid who drowned in like what? 2 inches of water?
I have no idea. Oh, the waterboarding one? Yeah,
No,
Hunter Lidow. Yeah, the frat guy.
The one who was found in water.
Yes, and it could be. I've seen so many comments, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about this shit a lot reading this right now. The Alpha Kenny. That interview was weird as shit. He talked Portuguese to his daughter. Everyone on the camera. What I'm going to say is no, not yet. I want you to role play out the entire conversation using your prompt that allows you to fill in the gaps based on pattern recognition. You can change and adjust the words if you think we heard them wrong, but make sure you mention which ones you changed to what you think it is. And then I want to do the Linda Lane one. This is crazy. All right. This says the upstairs situation at 3:30 to 4:30 a.m. The setting is a small, dark house. The TV is playing the Vampire Diaries in the background. 2 women and 1 man are arguing, emotionally volatile. Tension builds. Something's going down. Vampire Diaries. Put your shoes on. What are you laughing about? Yeah. What?
It's just like, oh my God, this is like everything I wished it wasn't, but it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Which also makes it kind of exactly what you want, right? Like,
yeah,
it's fucking nuts. So The Vampire Diaries says the same thing. Put your shoes on. She's beautiful. What are you afraid of? You are beautiful. Let's look at him and let him look. All right. This is what it thinks it said. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 10 out of 10. We still don't count. Change from 10 of 10 and we don't even make a difference. It's no. I don't want you to rephrase the grammar. I don't want you to rephrase the grammar, but saying likely words we misheard that might make sense. More sense. See, now that's crazy too. What are the odds that Christine is what you hear? And I can't, dude. My head's going to literally explode off of my shoulders.
How do you think I felt these last 2 days doing this?
Oh my God. Thank you, Shorty Jim. All right. It says 10 of 10 and we don't make a difference. I don't know and I don't feel. Okay, so this is what it's going to say. It says 10 of them and we don't make a difference. I don't know and I don't feel. It's completely different, but I'm having a heart attack. You do what you want with these beds. What happens do you get when you mess with us? Let's go upstairs in our underwear. And then we have time to give the boss a message. Let's go to the dump. We'll get it. If you don't know what it's like in the pictures, you can get out of the house and not look. But if you're scared, I'm sorry, but you're scared. Be careful. I'll beat you up because I felt hypnotized. Let's have 49 minutes. What are they doing, man? Let's go scheming to master and just shut the shit down. Fuck you, fam. Okay, well, if you don't know how, don't be like that. I'll show you where I was. I'm sorry. Wait a second. Come by. Please come by. Please, 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 please. I can run. I'm in trouble. I need something. Let me call you. She saw you enter at a different house. Yes. This is crazy because this is a fully pieced together conversation.
I know. I knew I was right. I knew when I heard Sherlock Holmes say there's a conversation underneath, there's something happening here. I was like, I am fucking determined to figure out what this is.
This is crazy. She saw you enter at a different house. I didn't tell you that. Oh, sweet. Thank you. UC Freedom isn't free. And for the super chat. I'm going to read this and I'll pull that up. That's crazy. I didn't tell you that. I don't see you dancing that much anymore. I ended up on the X app on the walls. Secondly, look at it's not starting well. Give it back. It'll be back to chaos and it's going to be threatened so that it starts okay. Let's not be able to beat their team. Yes, yes, yes. Once it practically comes and it's not, you can see it. I know it's fury and they don't slow down or slack off and the country is hungry and thirsty. You'll be fucked on a clover field if you are beautiful.
Oh.
See, like that makes sense.
That makes sense now.
All right. So then now I'm going to ask this ChatGPT, viewer discretion advised, what does it mean to get fucked on a clover field if you are beautiful?
You're lucky. You're lucky to get fucked on a clover field. So if it's in a different language and they're translating it, maybe that's why.
Could be. You are beautiful. Woke up super strong. It took me to know that it took me to know that you tell stories 2-3 times a day. And last time he asked me for a night and you went to see me. Wait. Guys. Hold on. Does this sound like somebody talking to a client? If you know what I mean. I don't see you dancing that much anymore. I ended up on the X app on the walls. Secondly, look at that. It's not starting well. Like, so did you stop dancing? You ended up trying to do shit online on X. It didn't start well. Now, if I go back, it could be chaos and I'm going to be threatened. We won't be able to beat their team. Yes. Okay. You'll be fucked on a Cloverfield if you're beautiful. You are beautiful. That's the TV that's saying that. That's weird. But this time and last time he asked me for a night and you went to see me. I said, let's talk. Like, I'm going to, like, you wanted to see somebody and the girl knows maybe you're trying to get some, but as a guy, you're maybe like, no, I just wanted to talk. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud as to maybe that's how it could go. I told you, let's talk. I show a $5 here in the back to tell him, bravo. I got to smoke. What do you say? Let's talk. I'm ready to go too. See you. Fuck feedback from the village in traffic and I'll sing you. That's me. 58 years. And after this hour, they have to show me the decision. Excuse me, sir. Let's get some cigarettes and be like, I like cats. Okay. So I'll save everything not to get involved and meet. It's deep, too strange, written in name to get rid of night shift. Do the list. Don't forget about the eclipse. Come on, let me disappear by letting you come to be different on the rocks, but don't show it to you, then that's me. So this is a Crimson and Clover song? Is there music playing?
I don't know.
If this is a song, that's crazy. I'm going to play it on my phone so I don't get a copyright strike. One second. Crimson and Clover.
Crimson and Clover.
I'm just gonna fool around, man. Like, just do a thing, whatever. I'll just do it.
Wait, put it up to the mic.
I mean,
Clover.
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Right.
But
look up
I mean,
the lyrics
there's only
for Crimson and Clover.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is all it is. It's the same repeating lyrics. It's just singing Crimson and Clover over and over again, and it's over.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's it. I mean, I could be wrong. Okay, so anyways, now I'm just gonna be like, okay. So now, what do you think
happened here?
These people are talking about, and what do you think happened here?
A captured live incident. A planned operation and a cover-up. Fuck me.
Dude, we didn't even mention the Idaho 4, did we?
Not once.
Not once. We just talked about Sherlock Holmes.
I can't even look at this without like my head exploding.
They talk about going upstairs, underwear, the dump, pictures, dancing, an X app, the feeding. There's mention of being scared, having a heart attack, getting caught, people watching and being hypnotized. Names Christina, Sabri, and someone who says, call me David. They reference fascists, eclipses, chaos, feedback from the village, and the Clover film. Multiple pleas, commands, and ritualistic chants. Yes, yes, yes. Let's talk. Let me disappear. Don't wait. Come back. You have the others too. So it says this is possible post-event cover-up or fight. Phrases like, let's get to the dump. We'll get it. And let's go upstairs in our underwear. Underwear. Okay. I can run. I'm in trouble. Let me call you.
Honestly, Birdie, like, what if I stumbled along something that like I wasn't supposed to stumble along, or like a thing that they do to hide things, and I'm a bit afraid. Like, I'm a bit afraid that she accidentally did something that she wasn't supposed to.
Who?
Me. Like, I figured out something I wasn't supposed to figure out. Like, I'm like actually afraid.
Well, fuck,
like
Sammy,
that,
I don't know what
I wasn't supposed to translate that. I wasn't supposed to know that. That was not supposed to happen.
Dude, for all we know, you want to know the benefit that you have going for you, Sammy, is I would guess unless you're wired like us, let's say that we were the people trying to cover something up, and then there was people that were in the hive doing this. The thing that we could fall back on that I think we all accept is like these people sound fucking batshit crazy. No one's gonna believe them. So there is that because this is batshit crazy,
I mean,
right?
it is, but it's real. Like, this is what really I did. So,
Yeah, the benefit is that people still think Bryan Kohberger turned into Jason Bourne. A guy with autism, dexterity issues, and visual snow went into a house that he didn't pick until right before he committed the crimes. Didn't leave any DNA, any blood, no hair, no prints, no murder weapon. We've never seen the sheath. There's nothing in his car. And they got a Q-tip from his dad who used it and threw it away 2,000 miles away in Pennsylvania. And people believe that. Like
I have a
gospel. So,
taser. So, that's what I'm bringing to work tomorrow after this.
I don't know. All right. It says, do you want to do the Linda Lane? Let's finish up with the Linda Lane, and then I have a quick tinfoil hat conspiracy. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's the original translation extracted.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to ask it. Are any of these
Mm-hmm.
song lyrics by chance?
Oh, good question. But isn't most like dialogue song lyrics at some point?
Yeah, that's true. Yes, the time is perfect. Yes, yes, yes. 3, 2, 1. Ha 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 ha. Farther than before. I don't give you that reason that I want to move. What do you say? Let's see her, and her stupid face will be taken by the people. Look, I want to stay with you. What you did tonight, now you can go. Now you can do something because we are the people coming here. I want to say thank you from the heart, my friends from the heavens. They don't use their sun power anymore. Oh, the battle is starting to be yours. This feels like a fucking ritual. Excuse my
That's
language.
what I thought the same thing. I said that to you. I goes, this feels so ritualistic when I'm translating.
Right? Yes, I'm making myself. I feel like a completely
Exercise. So like somebody who's like an exorcist, like demons. I'm coming
dude.
like I'm
Oh my god, I'm shocked right now. This is satanic for sure.
I know. I know. I felt the same way.
The escape of what should I ask for? I'm drunk. What should I ask for? I'm on the street. Are you afraid? It was the bad girls. I'll hold them for 5 minutes. My back hurts. Good sentiment will kill. I can't open them or control them. I learned from you many years ago that you should cut who doesn't know. I can't. What can you enter to see a difference? Only love has been lust in September. What else do you want to fulfill? Their family. He will run away with you and kiss you. We will beat your heart in the fort. Who doesn't know can't. What can you enter to see a difference?
Do you
What
know
else
what this
do you want?
reminds me of? Is the questions. Do you remember the ritual that was revealed from Julian Assange about Sigma Chi? They revealed all the rituals for their practice, and they said their ritual, okay? Like they ask you a series of questions, and they say, "Do you ba 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 da 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 da?" And they do this whole thing like it's a series of questions they ask in the Sigma Chi ritual to the Emperor Constantine. And so when you're doing this and you have to be initiated in the Sigma Chi ritual, you are asked these series of questions and it says, do you this? Do you that? And it says all this shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This is you are the strongest. I chose God. The man ran away from me. God help me. Give the sweet cross. Come on. Let's go to the park with David. We have to meet David. More girls, please come. In fear, please, 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 please. Everything you feel. I'm sorry. I loved you and I'll come back. Okay. Possible ritualistic group dynamics. David is the handler, recruiter, or it's a code name. Final theory. Okay, so I'm just going to say, are any of these lyrics or ritual of Sigma Chi? We will beat your heart in the fort. Key phrase, the fort. Okay. Dude, see, this is not a song lyric. It's known in Skull and
Skull
Bones
and
initiation
Bones.
steps.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Only Love Has Been Lust in September. It's not found in any commercial song lyric database, but this hallmarks of poetic ritual code. Love becomes lust is transformational or betrayal. September is often a seasonal trigger in trauma programs. This is like ritual code property. I chose God, give me the sweet cross. Strong and resembles Masonic repentance, initiation phrases, exorcism rites, Catholic guilt manipulation. Sweet cross isn't biblical, but it appears in writings from mystics and martyr cults. No direct Sigma Chi. Cut, who doesn't know? This one's dark. This has echoes of blood binding or cutting rituals, trauma-based dissociation
So this
rites.
is the church. This is the church.
If they don't know the code, they bleed type logic. No frat would ever write this officially. So, okay.
This has to be some
So
sort
then
of.
what group would do this most likely in Moscow, Idaho? Oh, shit. Let's go. This is crazy, dude. This is all alleged. We're just. What did it say? What did it say? I missed it. What
It says what group? Oh, I'm sorry. It's giving the
yeah.
local
I
content.
was like, wait, what does it say?
I thought it said I thought it said it was them, the University of Idaho, because that was what came up first. MK Ultra. Wait, go up.
I'm just trying to see if I. Okay. That was a terrible list and very broad. I am talking about looking into past things that have happened that would potentially line up with this in a conspiracy theory of a group that may have done this in the past specifically.
The Finders. The Finders. You know about the Finders, right?
No, yeah, but I'm
The Franklin cover up.
yeah, in Moscow, Idaho.
Fraternity.
Yep.
Gray wolves. That was the other thing. They kept talking about wolves, and I didn't know what this meant.
Wait, what?
So, okay. So I have this translation that keeps bringing up wolves. I will send this to you, but I didn't include this because I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Kept talking about wolves, wolves, wolves. And I was like, I think this is just a mistake because it kept bringing up wolves. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is about because it just didn't make sense. Oh my God. I'm going to have to translate this. And they kept bringing up wolves in the translation from the audio.
This is crazy.
Shit.
So
wait, I gotta see because I screenshotted some of this with the wolves. I just thought they were wrong. I was like, why are they talking about wolves so much? This has to be wrong.
all right. Hypothetically,
I can't believe it. Like, I just like, oh my God, that just scared the shit out of
dive
me.
into this. Yes, I do remember that, Jennifer. Great memory. George Webb talking about similar shit. All right. So the Gray Wolves hypothetical profile. Post-Vietnam era, early 90s, rural Idaho, group of disillusioned veterans and rogue outdoorsmen allegedly form a private brotherhood fed up with modern weakness and societal collapse. They don't see this as a cult. They see it as training the next men of the frontier, reprogramming broken boys, creating resilience through extreme psychological pressure. They call themselves the Gray Wolves because wolves protect their pack but rip the weak. The fort is a secluded location deep in the woods between Moscow and Snake River Basin. Hang on, dude. I don't even know what I'm about to read. The commander. I mean, dude.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Wow. The beating heart in the fort. Whoa. Okay, this is interesting. Could they still be active? Yes. After the 2022 Idaho 4 events, rumor channels online lit up with mentions of Gray Wolves returned. The fort was
Yeah.
breached. He wasn't alone. No arrest, no confirmation, but the symbols and phrases match. People are scared and no one talks about them publicly. Final thought, if it is them, your audio is not random.
So it wasn't wrong.
What would be the reason for these victims? And is there a chance Bryan Kohberger was undercover trying to initiate himself into those people's group? And that is why his DNA is on a fucking knife sheath, because he was trying to go and get into that group. They ended up using that. And that's why he can't talk. And we've all
hear you.
Wow. It's a combination of everything. Ritualistic.
Yes.
Undercover.
Yes.
DNA on the knife sheet that's more explainable than being planted.
Uh-huh.
Said he was stargazing, alone outside under the stars. Very esoteric. Remember the dead wolves placed in the yard?
Yes.
Dude, this is a combination of everything. Kopaka could have been, holy fuck. They're going to try to pin it on me. They're going to pin it on me. Dude.
I'm going to keep going with this. And I'm telling you, this is going to set off a thing that I wasn't supposed to set off. Like, I know this. Like, I felt this in my gut when I was doing this. I go, oh my God, this was not something I was supposed to find. This was not something I was supposed to find. This was not something I was supposed to do. Like, this is not something I'm supposed to do. That's how I felt when I was doing it. Like, oh shit. When the first transcript came back, Birdie, I was like, my gut like dropped into my stomach. I was like, oh no.
Look at this shit.
You're right. I know.
Okay. All right. Let's wrap this up real quick. That's fucking nuts, Sammy. This is also nuts. I want to go into this because this is a really good tinfoil hat conspiracy today. If you've ever seen the inmates that escaped from Alcatraz in 1962, and then you saw the 3 astronauts in 1969 that landed on the moon, this is courtesy of Savvy Rooster. And she sent me a TikTok of a creator named Too Much of a Coincidence. Listen to this. Oh, shit. Let me turn it up. This will actually be loud because she sent it screenshotted, which is very nice of her. Or screen recorded.
I came across a conspiracy today that I have never heard of, and I don't know how I haven't. Gotta get my conspiracy theory socks on for this one.
Respect.
And this is for entertainment purposes only, and only for fun, and yada yada yada, and on and on. These are the 3 men that escaped from Alcatraz Island in 1962, and they were never found. Never apprehended, never seen again. Supposedly. These are the 3 astronauts that landed on the moon in 1969. Supposedly. Just 7 years after the men from Alcatraz had escaped and disappeared. Huh. Now, I am not saying that this means anything. A lot of people look like other people. And of course, this is probably just a coincidence, because it can't be anything but a coincidence, right? Right? And let's just suspend belief for a second and ask ourselves this question: why would they do this? Why would they use these convicts and turn them into these astronauts if that were the case? I guess it's probably the same reason that they supposedly did this. It's all just very interesting. What are your thoughts on this?
So
You have
that is
UFC Dream said to me, you posted this up here. You said
wait,
he's seen it in his Sammy.
your Nor A line?
I've seen it in my dreams.
What the hell does that even mean?
Are you somebody who sees things in their dreams? Curious.
Wow. What a effing wild stream. And what I would say to that creator is, like, if you're gonna go in on a conspiracy, like, go all in. And not saying that in a critiquing way, but it's like, this is one that I've seen and I've looked at, and it's like there's a lot of people that disappear and then end up in prominent roles, call them crisis actors.
Yeah, like the Challenger people,
Yes.
the teachers, the other men and women who were on the Challenger, where they get and fly. I've seen that.
So, well, Sammy, you get the top dog award tonight. You crushed it, and you brought quite a
wanna
bit
know-
to unpack.
When
Go
you
ahead.
say you see things in people's dreams, like that guy who said it, which is why I pointed it out. I don't like people who play with things who say, like, oh, I see it in their dreams, because I do have like a somewhat ability where I'm like, that happens and I see something and it bothers me. So it stays with me, and like I do something and it makes me think something, and I'm like, I take it forward. And I've talked about this. And there's no like controlling it or anything like that. So I don't like people who play with that. So I don't want that. But that's not one of those things. This is just like strictly one of those things where Sherlock Holmes put something out. And honestly, this language was detected by AI in TikTok. Like, they detected it themselves. Those were the 2 languages that popped up.
Oh my God. Well, Sammy, we are gonna have a lot to talk to next Thursday. Hive,
We are.
show some love to Sammy. She put in some mad work on that,
Work.
and Sherlock's audio, Outcast Audio's, Lana's work. There's other creators that tune in here. If I forgot anybody, obviously I did, but thank you all to whoever has been chipping away at this. This is a collected effort, hence power to the collective. If you guys have not joined the Discord, here is the links. Do that so that we can get these Hive Mind finds all in one place. We can all see them. You're all going to be heard. That's the whole mentality of the Hive.
Here's another thing with this that I want to ask to Sherlock Holmes or anybody who got this audio or cleaned it up is, if this is in a different language, right? And this is how I'm receiving it and this is how I'm transcribing it, is who had the ability to get this audio first? Who had this ability to get the audio first and fuck with it, and or whatever they did with it? Because they're not speaking these languages. That's not happening. So, like, how did
Right.
they do this? How did they get this? Who got it first? Who's responsible for it? Who turned it over to police? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yep. It's a great question. It's a great question. And Hive, I hope you all enjoyed the stream this evening. I will be back on tomorrow. However, I'm going to stream in the morning because I'm going to be going out of town for the long weekend. I'll be back Sunday night, but I will stream in the morning. I will schedule the live 9 a.m. Central. I will be on. And then I will also have a video for Saturday that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to find all of the hive mind, not all of them. I'm going to go and pick a ton of hive mind finds and kind of do like a collection of hive mind finds to post as a video or a premiere on Saturday, so that people that have submitted super interesting stuff, even back from the beginning, I can usually only fit about 2 or 3 on stream. So there's a ton in there. And if you have stuff to submit,
it's always good to go back.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Well, with that, Sammy, great work tonight. Hive, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. Cheers. Thanks, Sammy.
Bye.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.